Welcome, everybody. I'm Joe from the Game House. Today we'll be doing an Arizona Cardinals 2025 NFL mock draft. The Cardinals are up in our 2025 NFL mock draft series here at the Game House. We'll be doing a mock draft for every NFL team before free agency and after free agency. We'll be using the NFL mock draft database simulator because I like the way it meshes big boards from across the internet together to make their own big board rather than just being one site's big board. And we'll also be rejecting all trades as we move forward. Now, the Cardinals have some nice pieces, but that defense needs to be fixed. Maybe get a second receiver to Marvin Harrison Jr., who I'd say underwhelming rookie season, but I don't think it was all his fault. If Ashton Jeanty falls, I mean, I think you consider it for a second, but you have James Conner, and I don't think that after signing him, I don't think they're going to really make a move there. You could go with Josh Simmons, but the offensive line played pretty well last year. I guess you were hoping that an edge rusher or defensive lineman would have fallen here. I don't think it's out of question to take Kenneth Grant. We're gonna go Mike Green, the edge rusher out of Marshall. Very productive player, even at a lower conference. I like the fact that he had so much production, even in games where he played teams like Ohio State throughout his college career. So we'll take him and improve that edge rusher position, and we'll keep on moving forward, hoping to find more players to help this defense. Corner would be nice. It's not on the list of needs as high as what I think it is, but I would go corner here if there's one within range. Let's go Trey Amos, the corner out of Ole Miss. Guy who's getting a lot of first round buzz. I'm not sure if he's quite that good, but I think a pick 47 midway through the second round. Guy you take a flyer on to improve this defense. For the future, I think is going to be really good for them if they take him as a player there. Next pickup, let's go. I'm going to go Darius Alexander, a guy who popped at the Senior Bowl, had good tape at Toledo. Going with some smaller school guys here, which I don't know. A lot of teams like to take a lot of chances on smaller school guys in the same draft, but proved himself at the Senior Bowl, and I think a pretty good player, even though he's an older prospect and can help your defensive line right away. So you've already improved that defense. Kind of gives us some ability, flexibility to kind of go pick a different position here if we really see fit. Yeah, what about Tez Johnson? A smaller receiver, but fast and different than what you have in both Marvin Harrison Jr. and Michael Wilson. So maybe he can help you stretch the field vertically. Maybe he can help open things up for Marvin Harrison Jr. and Trey McBride too. So all right, so pick number 153. What's been wanting me to take a line or an offensive lineman for a while. I don't really see any within this range. Hopefully, they can get any offensive lineman they need in free agency. Miles Frazier might be in consideration out of LSU. Luke Kandra, I think, is a solid pick here. But let's go Danny Stutzman, the linebacker out of Oklahoma. At this rate, I think he's a guy who can at least play special teams for you. He's really good at stopping the run. I worry about him in coverage, but I think just helping get more depth in guys who can play special teams at pick 150 and later is something that you're really hoping for if you're not taking a flyer. And I don't know if Danny Stutzman's ever a great linebacker in the NFL level, but I know he can stop the run. I know he can play. Could develop into a good special teams player for you. So Cardinals only have those five picks. Not the biggest thing in the world. They can still hit on these picks. They'll do a lot in free agency, and they have Kyler Murray. They have James Conner. They have Marvin Harrison. They have players on offense that stick out, and the offensive line played pretty well last year too. All right, so the edge rusher Mike Green with pick number 16. We have Trey Amos, the corner out of Ole Miss. A lot of people talking about a first round pick. I'm not sure he's going to go that high, but decent value there in the middle of the second round for the corner out of Ole Miss. And then 78, Darius Alexander, the defensive lineman out of Toledo, played really well at the Senior Bowl. I think can maybe I wouldn't say maybe start. You could probably start him from day one. I'm not sure that's the best sign for your defense, but he has a very high floor, I think, as a player. Tez Johnson, the wide receiver out of Oregon, probably going to play slot only in the NFL, but can really help this offense with his speed. And then Danny Stutzman, the linebacker out of Oklahoma, who's a good run stopper. Let me know what you think of this mock draft in the comments below. We'll be doing more mock drafts for every NFL team before we get to the 2025 NFL draft. For now, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next time.